Drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
When corrupt cops think that they can outsmart the system, it is only a matter of time before reality catches up. In this video, we are showcasing moments when evil officers were caught red-handed, just like this rookie officer who tried to lie on his job.
On July 2nd, 2024, a Ruidoso police officer, Matthew Amezquita, called 911 to complain about a break-in in his house. When a couple of senior officers arrived, they quickly noticed inconsistencies in his story. As they dug deeper, it became clear that Officer Amezquita was hiding something.
But yeah, like I said, they didn't see anyone go up and down the stairwell.
So you went to Walmart, your card didn't work, so you didn't buy nothing, came back home.
Yeah, because
you came in, you wound up using your electric razor.
Yeah, which I mean, everything's still over there.
Okay.
But I used that, got everything done, was gonna go back 81, and that's when I realized my body cam was still on the sink. I was gonna come back down to get it, and the door was wide open.
How old are you, Ski?
21.
21. You know how long I've been doing this?
Many years, sir.
23. So I'm pretty good about reading situations. You know what I mean?
Officer Matthew was sent back home to shave by his senior. As he returned home, he used his electric razor and quickly left the house. In a hurry, he realized he had left his keys and body cam inside the home. He kicked open the door and falsely reported a break-in to avoid the cost of repairing the door.
So I want you to know that first of all, you know, I can help you out if there's something else going on here, okay? But I need you as an officer to be 100% honest with me right now.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Yes, sir.
Now, it's my understanding you were, when you called your mom, which you say was, you were sitting right here.
Yes,
was at 642. At 642, you were in Walmart.
No, sir. If this will load. I have my chemicals right here.
This is you leaving Walmart
Yes, sir.
with a bag in your hand.
Yes. I bought a candy, but that's it.
You bought candy with your card?
With the tap.
Okay. But you didn't use that to buy your razor?
No, sir.
No?
The rookie cop had no idea that the officers had thoroughly investigated the case and retrieved the Walmart CCTV footage, which made it clear that Matthew was lying.
No, I mean, I realized that I had my electric shaver here, so I didn't really see the need to actually buy that. Spend more money.
Okay. So, listen, Ski, this is the time, okay? This is a very important juncture in your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Where I want you to be 100% straight with me. If you messed up and you kicked your door because maybe you forgot your key, maybe because you were pissed off, stuff happens. If I was in a bind and I had to kick my door, I'd kick my door. Okay? That's when we got to help each other out. If you made a mistake, you made a mistake. But this one, I need you to be straight with me 100%. You don't want to start your career with a blemish. Okay? So there's other things that I haven't told you yet that lead me to believe you're not being 100% straight up with me. Okay? So I want you right now, put everything aside, all your emotions, any fear you might have, be 100% honest with me, bud. Okay?
As the senior officer pressured the rookie, Officer Matthew eventually owned up to his mistake, forcing the cop to retrieve his belongings from the house.
I looked at the boot patterns. What do you think I saw there? Okay, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, man, but I need you to be straight with me. Okay? Why did you kick it? Were you locked out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That's all right. But here's the thing, man. When you when you do something like that, especially in this career, you call your buddy, Munoz. Hey dude, I got locked out. I had to kick my freaking door. Probably gonna be in trouble. So I'm assuming maybe you thought, what, that you were gonna have to pay for the door because you kicked it or what?
I knew that.
Yeah. So why did you kick it?
Did get locked.
You got locked out and couldn't find your key, or it was in here?
It was all that was in here.
It was in here. Okay. All right. Listen, what we need to do right now is I need you to take off your gear. Okay. So you can just put that down. You can just put your phone down or whatever. But I'm gonna take this from you. Okay. Is this triple? Is it a thumb release?
This rookie officer jeopardized his entire police career just for a few bucks. It's alarming how lightly these officers take their duty. It was time that this dumb cop learned his lesson.
Okay. Let's go ahead and take all your gear off. Okay. Keep in mind that this doesn't have to be the end of law enforcement for you, okay? This is a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, okay? You might have another shot in the future, but you can't start your career out with a false report, okay? It is a crime, all right? I think maybe, you're 21 years old, and I'll tell you right now,
This might be the most embarrassing reason for a cop to lose his job. The senior officer still consoled him and said that he could mend his ways, but it seems this guy is not a good fit for law enforcement.
Apparently at a level of maturity where I was, okay? So I don't want you to beat yourself up about this, but these things happen. You're young, you made a mistake, you made a bad call, and this could be an important life lesson to you, okay? But at the same time, now that with our department anyway, your credibility, not so good, okay? I'm just being straight with you. So I want you to keep that in mind in the future, regardless of what you get into, but if it's law enforcement, you gotta be 100% right from the very get-go. Okay? Did you buy that belt?
Randolph did that
Randolph gave it to you. You wanna keep that belt, or you wanna just give it back to Pat?
I'll keep the belt. Yeah, because he said he didn't want it anymore, so.
Okay, no problem. Oh, wait, hold it. Is there any other department issue stuff that you can think of?
No, sir. Everything was in the box or on me.
Okay. I haven't made a misdemeanor arrest, and who knows what. So we'll figure that out when we get over there. Okay, but like I said, I'm gonna go as easy on you as I possibly can. Okay, and we'll get it figured out. They got somebody on the way?
He hasn't answered me yet. I can try calling him.
6:33 Riddles.
Ultimately, after collecting his belongings, the officer escorted Matthew to the police station. Imagine returning to your workplace only to find out you've been fired. Definitely a harsh reality check.
Is there any way to secure this right now, or
That's why I was looking for the keys.
for the keys? Did you notice that there was keys hanging on his vest?
I didn't notice. I'll go check them.
You can take your phone with you, bud. I'll let you use your phone while you're there. Okay.
All I can touch is the phone on this side and the wallet on this side.
Your phone on this side?
Phone, wallet, and nothing in the front. Nothing on this side.
Okay.
I saw you were getting your mail. Is your house key on that same keychain?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, you didn't put it in your car, right?
I don't think so. No.
Where'd you set your mail down at?
Back behind the TV.
What do you say?
14. That's on 14.
Matthew was charged with filing a false report and was also removed from the police department. Next up, we have a barbaric cop who escalated a simple situation and was owned by his colleagues.
Us right now. I mean, because that's what we got.
You have to use your force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one there. We don't have.
What's your
They don't give us cards.
Hold on, we have cards.
On July 26, 2021, a person contacted 911 complaining about a man carrying a gun around the neighborhood. As Officer David Lance Dukes responded to the scene, he immediately detained two individuals without conducting any investigation, needlessly escalating the situation.
Hey, let me see your hands. Berg, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. There's a gun behind me. There's a gun, I believe, behind me.
I ain't got no gun, nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck.
Ain't no gun.
You're not listening, dude.
These people were later identified as Mr. Gaillard and Mr. Mario. Gaillard was an old disabled guy, and despite the officers finding no guns nearby, Officer Dukes did something shocking.
Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun. I
I'm
don't
just
own no gun. I don't
Turn
own
back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't own no gun.
25 cents, got one tank.
Put your leg that way so you can stand up.
All right, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. Hold on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head drummer.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You threw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You ain't to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yep. You threw me down. Yep. You throw me down. You throw me down. Yep, you bust my head down on the cement.
It's shocking how the officers showed no remorse after throwing an elderly man face first on the cement floor.
Down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. Had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slam my head. You slam my
What
head
he was doing is
down
putting
on
this up behind the
cement.
tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your
Why you
hands.
bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got the, like this right here,
You grab me.
and we went onto the
And
ground.
then you bust my head down
That's what
on the cement. You bust my
Yeah,
forehead.
your head dig it, hit the cement.
Damn right, cause you bust me down on the cement.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
Bust my head down.
I'm trying to get the name of the complainant.
You
So,
bust my head. You bust my head down on the cement. If you ain't nobody, we got no.
The poor man continued to wail in desperation, but none of the officers showed any sympathy. Eventually, they cleared him of any suspicion and removed his cuffs.
I ain't got nothing to do.
Putting your change right in your pocket.
Damn right. You slam me, you slam my head down. Okay. Yeah.
What are we doing? Guess Sam was going to check him out.
Ain't nobody
There ain't nothing about here wanting to press charges on. Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we got. You have to use your force. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah.
slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his intention was.
force. You need to have a look at the camera.
Alright.
The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You gonna pay me for that shit.
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where
There ain't nothing there.
that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
These dogs officer. No.
On camera.
Yeah, a dog
That's
stick.
fine.
A dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs?
Yes. Take him out of handcuffs.
Soon, everyone realized the gravity of Officer Dukes' mistake. Shockingly, the corrupt cop was still trying to prove his innocence to the responding sergeant.
you mind looking? Hi. Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
You were wrong for that.
Losing consciousness?
Yeah. Listen.
However, this wasn't the end, as Officer Dukes was about to be owned by his supervisor, as he was left embarrassed in front of the victims.
Dukes, can I get a card for me?
I don't have one there. We don't have
What's your
they
badge
don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards.
I get ready.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Go to hospital?
Yeah.
All right. Please call me.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Dukes, will you say badge number?
1059.
Both Mario and Gaillard departed the scene, and things went from bad to worse for the corrupt cop. He was immediately fired from the department and was also charged with first-degree assault and battery. He was taken into custody and booked into Orangeburg County Detention Center. Also, Mr. Gaillard ended up filing a civil rights lawsuit against the officer and the city, which was eventually settled for $65,000. Well, this officer was way above the line. Here's another sergeant who tried to be over-efficient but was instantly owned.
You got a badge number?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
You're not here on official business.
You work for the people. You work for me. You can't be acting like that. Did I give you an attitude?
In February 20th, 24, a First Amendment auditor who goes by his YouTube channel, Surreal Cam, went over to Lee County Gun Range in Florida to exercise his constitutional rights. As soon as he entered the building, a sergeant stopped him from filming.
Range in use.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Range in use. You guys are done practicing?
I'm not really sure what to do about practicing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The lights were on there. The lights were on there. Now it's not.
It's public range. Do you want
I can go walk through
to?
there?
You can sign up.
Oh,
Become a member.
oh, no, not for the moment. I just take.
That's the only way you get back there.
Yeah, I know, but I was just saying I saw through the window, and now it's like the lights are off. I'm just saying. I got a glimpse out of it.
Well,
though.
they pay to be in there.
Oh, I gotcha. I never been here. Okay, now I see how it works. Cool.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
The audit went flawlessly when the auditor came into the parking lot and took footage of the parked cars. That's when the sergeant came out again, escalating the conversation.
Got the dog going crazy over there.
You got everything else you need?
What was that?
You got everything you need?
Something like that.
You do?
Something like that, yeah. Pretty much.
All right, well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a badge number?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
You're not here on official business.
What do you mean?
I'm not addressing you in official capacity.
Don't you work for the public?
I do.
So why won't you give your name and act
I
professional?
gave you my name. So go back and look at
Yeah,
the
I know,
video.
but your badge number.
If there's anything else I can help you with.
Yeah, your badge number? How do I know it's you? Come on, man. Why you gotta be unprofessional? All your other buddies were cool. Are you ashamed of your badge number? That's crazy. Now I'm gonna have to find out your badge number. Can I just get your badge number? I'll be on my way.
I said no.
Why won't you give your badge
Because
number?
we're not here on official capacity. If
You don't have to
be a
be.
member of this range, we can sign you up right over
Nah.
here and you can pay your membership.
What's the attitude? Relax. My business is recording here.
Come back up if you need something. If it makes you feel uncomfortable in any kind of way, can you let me know?
Oh, feelings, you're gonna go with feelings instead of the law? You shouldn't even have that badge if you're gonna act that way.
Have a nice day.
Have a bad day. See, when they act out like that, man, that's crazy.
The auditor was shocked to see the cop's ignorance, as he blatantly violated the law. Instead of walking away, he called for a supervisor and owned the tyrant sergeant.
Hey, how you doing?
Were you looking to speak to a supervisor?
Yeah. I just need that man's badge number.
I don't know what his badge number is. Why do you need his badge number?
Because I want to file a complaint. Because he's unprofessional, he gave me a bad attitude, and he doesn't want to identify. I came here to record, not trying to interact with nobody. I wanted to know who he was. He's a public servant. He gave me a bad attitude. So I want to file a complaint. At least you guys got complaint forms?
Nope, I don't have them.
So how do I file a complaint on this guy?
You go online.
So how do I know who he is?
Sergeant Mike King.
Sergeant?
Yep.
Mike King? He don't have a badge number?
I don't know what's your badge.
Can you just, why do you gotta make things so difficult?
You came to me. I didn't talk to you.
Listen, what okay, but hold on. You engaged with me over there. Okay, you talked to me from a distance and I walked up to
You
you.
addressed me.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
You work for the people. You work for me. You can't be acting like that. Did I give you an attitude? No, I didn't give you an attitude in here. I had a very good conversation with your other big buddy that was up here too. I asked you for your, I want to know who I engaged with.
I told you my name.
Yeah, but what's your badge number? There can be a lot of last names that you gave me here. I don't know that. I want to know who I engaged with. And it's your policy to identify.
That he's the only Mike King.
Mike King. So you guys are you're not gonna give me a badge number. Make it so simple. You're making this thing so hard.
Imagine the audacity of the officer who lied in front of his supervisor. It is sickening that the officer still didn't give his badge number as if it were something private. Every government official must identify themselves when asked, but this officer seemed to think he was above the law.
Isn't it your policy to identify when any of us asks for your badge number, your name? Come on. I didn't come here for this.
Okay?
I'm gonna find out everything about you now. Salary, pay, disciplinary report. Now I'm gonna put you on blast all over my freaking platform. This is what we don't want to see this, dude. Why do you gotta act like that? I don't understand.
Public reason.
Yeah.
If you would like to become a member, you
I understand, and we
were
were cool with it. I was cool with you.
So I'm a supervisor.
Yeah, that's fine, but he shouldn't be acting like that. I got it on camera, dude. I was about to leave, and he started talking to me from a distance, and I walked up to him, telling him, no, I got everything. He goes, you got everything you need? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Cool. What's your name and your badge number? He goes, I'm not giving you that. He had a nasty attitude, dude.
All right.
So, I mean, he shouldn't be treating the public like that, and they can't do that, you know? See, we're cool. I had another conversation, cool, with the big dude that was here a little while ago. That shit I was recording. Yeah. Yeah. Really cool guy, you know? And this is what we want to see, bro. People on my platform want to see professionalism, man, accountability, transparency. This is why I record the cops. This is why I record government property, government officials.
The supervisor was much more professional as he calmly explained everything to the auditor.
Mike King, Sergeant, for Gun Range Department? Training? Thank you very much. You sure you don't know his badge number?
I swear.
It just makes it easier for me.
No idea. I really have
What's your name and badge number?
Mike Swift.
What's your
15050.
Is that so hard? No, I don't understand why your coworkers like that. But all right, you have a good day, man. I'm good.
Likewise, Bees. Yeah. Can I help you with anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Really, it's kind of a boring time right now.
Yeah.
Not much going on.
No, I know, but I just want to record the building and the vehicles outside, and that's it. Record through that window, which I saw what I saw. And basically, that's it, man.
The only thing I would ask is, like, over on the old course, we have to have fill out a waiver for that with
waiver
specific instruction as far as going through each obstacle, and that's just for your safety and somebody else's, so that way if you're out there and you don't get hurt.
Oh no, I was just in the parking lot.
I know, but I'm just letting you know, like, please don't go on those courses and things like that.
No, I don't need to go into that, bro. Anywhere that there's public access, the public's allowed to be, that's where I stay at. I know my limits. Good?
I'm fine. I was just watching you record somebody get something out of the vending machine.
Yeah, no, it's not, that's not the point. It's just them. They're law enforcement.
Yeah.
I like to record them.
After the encounter, the auditor left the facility. Although he couldn't file a complaint on the spot, he may have submitted one against Sergeant Mike online.
Moving on, this evil cop was found putting narcotics on innocent people and was owned in court.
Cop Zachary Wester, who is being charged with 67 counts of racketeering, fabricating evidence, and false imprisonment, was finally brought to the court. The officer was accused of planting narcotics inside the vehicles of innocent people and later arrested them.
A substance that appears to be an illegal narcotic. Do you know anything about that? I do not. Have you ever seen this before? No. No, what is that? I'm just trying to figure out how that stuff got in your car. You're gonna go to jail today for possession of meth. Okay. Oh man, dude, I'm serious, dude. Anything, what you want me to do, man?
I knew my truck was clean. I knew it was.
Anything the vehicle need to be concerned about, bombs, grenades, rocket launchers. Okay.
It's yogurt, sir.
I know. Okay.
It's yogurt.
How about this, though?
That is not mine. No, sir.
Okay.
Now, the white small plastic baggie that was in that spoon that the deputy just showed you on this video, had you ever seen that before?
No, sir.
Was that in your car?
No, sir.
Trucks were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
After a 10-hour-long trial that mostly consisted of victims testifying against this evil cop, the jury reached their verdict.
In the state of Florida versus Zachary Tyler Wester, case number 19-CF-431. We, the jury, find as follows as to the counts charged and the information. Count 1, guilty of racketeering as charged. Count 2, not guilty. Count 3, not guilty. Count 4, not guilty. Count 5, not guilty. Count 41, guilty of possession of controlled substance related to February 15, 2018, as charged. Count 42, not guilty. Count 43, not guilty. Count 44, guilty of possession of a controlled substance related to April 17, 2018, as charged. Count 65, guilty of false imprisonment related to Stephen Van, as charged. Count 66, not guilty. Count 67, not guilty.
All right, Mr. Clerk, if you'll go ahead and poll our jury. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in your jury room.
Eventually, Zachary was found guilty in 19 of the 67 charges, and the judge read out his sentence.
Court now sentences you as follows in this case. As to count 1, racketeering, which is a first-degree felony, you are sentenced to serve 5 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. As to count 7, official misconduct, as a third-degree felony, you are sentenced to serve 18 months in the Florida Department of Corrections. That will be served concurrent with count 1. As to count 9, official misconduct, a third-degree felony. The third-degree felony, you were sentenced to serve 1 year and 1 day in the Florida Department of Corrections, consecutive to count 64. Counts 7, 9, 10, 31, 33, 34, 41, 44, 48, 64, and 65 are to be served consecutive to each other for a total sentence in this case of 12 years, 6 months, and 8 days in the Florida Department of Corrections. This sentence of 12 years, 6 months, and 8 days in the Florida Department of Corrections is to run concurrent with a 5-year Department of Corrections sentence in count 1. Therefore, it is the intention of the court that you are sentenced to serve a total of 12 years, 6 months, and 8 days in the Florida Department of Corrections. I'm also going to award the defendant 58 days jail credit as to count 1 and count 7, as count 7 is the first sentence served by the decision.
The judge ended up sentencing Officer Zachary to 12 and a half years in prison. Well, this officer was taken to the cleaners, and this next sheriff had quite a meltdown in court.
But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckenridge County Jail.
In March 2019, Sheriff Todd Pate was arrested on several charges, including assault, operating under the influence, and criminal mischief. He immediately resigned from his position and soon decided to take a plea deal, in which he pled guilty and was sentenced to 75 days in jail. Despite already giving this statement in writing, he decided to waste everyone's time when the judge asked him about his decision.
This time, is it your desire to change your plea from not guilty to guilty?
Do I have to answer that yes or no, or can I make somewhat of a statement
That is a yes or no answer, sir.
Will I have the opportunity to say anything further?
If it is your intention to change your plea from not guilty to guilty, certainly you'll have an opportunity to make any statement. But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to waste your time.
Then is it your intention to enter a guilty plea at this time or not, sir?
No.
If the case had gone to trial, the officer could have faced up to 15 years in prison. It's bizarre to see his entitlement as he continued to make matters worse for himself.
I'm not wasting your time,
Mr. Chambers, what is the Commonwealth's position at this time, sir?
Your Honor, we would move to revoke the defendant's bond at this time.
Let's get back on the record and see if we can sort this out. At this point in time, what is Mr. Pate's decision with respect to his guilty pleas?
So I believe I'll just let him answer that question if it pleases the court.
All right. So, Mr. Pate?
Can I say a few things, or?
I need to understand what it is that we're doing here today, Mr. Pate.
Yes, I had every intention of coming in here today and entering a guilty plea. It's difficult for me to enter a guilty plea for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this court to think that I am trying to minimize any responsibility that I had in this situation that occurred.
This is what happens when you overestimate your authority. Pate was not ready to accept the charge, as he claimed the prosecution only added it because of his position as a sheriff.
I feel like I'm being very much bullied into doing something that's not right. And I want this court to know that Todd Pate holds himself responsible for everything that he did. It's hard for me to lay down and plead to felony charges that don't apply.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
And if I could address...
This is either a yes or no. Are you going to enter your plea or not?
I guess everybody thinks it's funny. Let me just plea and get it over with for everybody. Plead to something that I absolutely do not feel good about, but I don't want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years. If you can sleep with it, I can sleep with it.
Pate's attorney appears to be the most frustrated person in the courtroom, and eventually the judge rules against the entitled sheriff.
I think we're done. At this point in time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At this point in time, I'm going to sustain the Commonwealth's motion to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
Pate was sent to jail that day, but he eventually pled guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 75 days in the county jail. Moving on, this next police officer did something even worse and was brutally owned by the judge.
The unclassified felony of armed criminal action, I sentence you to a term of incarceration of 6 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections.
In 2019, Cameron Lamb was in a car chase with his girlfriend when he decided to put it off and go back home. However, as he was parking his pickup truck in his backyard, he was shot by Kansas City officer Eric J. DeValconaire. The officer was charged with murder, and the judge decided to give him a lecture before announcing the verdict.
Parties have a right to expect that no matter what I hear, I will only consider factors that are appropriate and that I will disregard those that are inappropriate. And that is what I've done here. And as a result, I've concluded as follows. There are a number of facts in this case that are both aggravating and mitigating, sometimes all at the same time. First and foremost is this undeniable and uncontested fact. Cameron Lamb is dead. And Eric DeValconaire killed him. That's undisputed. Cameron Lamb was by all accounts a helpful and loving son, brother, father, and friend. People who have contacted me and who I have heard from today have described him as funny, caring, giving. Miss Gray called him a protector, a jokester, and my favorite of all the ones that I read, not a saint, but our angel. Cameron Lamb's death leaves an irreparable and unfillable void in the lives of his family and his friends, and also in our community. Also, as I'm weighing all these facts, it can't be overlooked that the events of December 3rd of 2019 were initially set into motion by Cameron Lamb and his decision to chase his girlfriend through city streets at dangerously high speeds, putting motorists and other members of the public at risk.
Officer Eric stood still as the judge narrated how the merciless officers enjoyed the killing of the poor Cameron Lamb, who had given up the pursuit.
However, those events tragically concluded with the actions of Troy Schwam and the defendant. Pulling up to defendant's house, Sergeant Schwam pulling into the driveway, immediately getting out with his weapon drawn, rapidly moving into the backyard, carport, garage area of the house, and defendant doing the same. Both without taking a breath, without pausing for the briefest of moments to consider where they were going, what they would find when they got back there, whether they were acting lawfully in doing so, and whether there might be some other safer option.
This case was just one of the many racially motivated murders that these pigs committed. The judge wasn't mincing his words as he took the count to the cleaners.
And Sergeant Schwam and Eric DeValconaire arrive, and as the court has found, an encounter that was over and a situation that had de-escalated was again escalated by what I have found, rightly or wrongly, was their unlawful entry into the backyard carport area and confrontation of Cameron Lamb. This is an aggravating factor. The circumstances of the offenses described during the trial, however, also provide the court with a mitigating factor. I found, as I've considered the evidence in the case, that the defendant, Eric DeValconaire, testified credibly at trial that he was rushing to provide cover for Sergeant Schwam, who had rushed into the backyard with his weapon drawn, prompting the defendant to do the same from the other side of the house. Although not in the court's view, again, rightly or wrongly, negating his obligation to act with reasonable care, as the court found he has failed to do, his natural reaction to protect his partner is a factor for me to also consider. And let's also be clear, and it is hard to accept this distinction, I know that. Murder and involuntary manslaughter arising from criminal negligence are two different things. They are different legal concepts. They are different things.
Eventually, Dale Young sided with the corrupt cop, claiming that the murder was accidental.
Eric DeValconaire is not Derek Chauvin, who murdered George Floyd. Eric DeValconaire is not one of the 3 men in Georgia convicted of running down and murdering Ahmaud Arbery. This is a mitigating factor. Defendant has no prior criminal history. His ORAS scores him as a low risk in all categories. Defendant's history as a police officer, husband and father, friend and colleague is also a mitigating factor that I have taken into account, as his father asked me to do, which I was already going to do, and that is to consider the totality of the circumstances and to consider the totality of the defendant's life. The facts and the circumstances in the history of defendant's career and his life that have been presented to this court have demonstrated he has not hesitated to immediately take action when he believed the circumstances surrounding him warranted it. And this trait has generally served him and others well. It also failed him.
The judge's words may have felt like a dagger to the heart of the victim's family, and he quickly announced the even worse sentence.
It did on December 3rd of 2019. All of which, however, leads the court back to where it began, an evaluation of the impact of the defendant's crime on Cameron Lamb and his family. Cameron Lamb is dead. Eric DeValconaire killed him. And the court has found that that happened because the defendant acted without considering or being aware of the substantial and unjustifiable risks associated with his conduct, and that his actions were a gross deviation from the standard of care that a reasonable person would exercise in the situation. Having concluded, as I have, having considered all those factors, I ask counsel if there's any legal reason or cause having been shown why sentence and judgment of the court should not now be pronounced.
None from the state, Your Honor.
No, sir.
Eric DeValconaire on count 1, the Class E felony of involuntary manslaughter in the second degree, I sentence you to a term of incarceration in the Missouri Division of Adult Institutions of 3 years. On the unclassified felony of armed criminal action, I sentence you to a term of incarceration of 6 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections. Those cases, or rather those counts and sentences, will run concurrent with one another for a total term of incarceration of 6 years.
This sentence was like a slap on the wrist, and it's clear that it was mainly due to him being a police officer. Here's another instance of a police officer getting owned in the courtroom after he did something shambolic.
Defendant Aaron York deemed guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of the offense of manslaughter, assess his punishment at confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 11 years, 10 months, 12 days.
In 2019, Fort Worth police officer Aaron Dean was responding to a wellness check when he shot and killed a homeowner, Tatiana Jefferson, from her bedroom window. He immediately resigned from the police force and was charged with murder.
Good afternoon. The jury has sent a note or given me notice that they have reached a verdict. Are both sides ready to receive the verdict?
State's ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Judge.
All right. Y'all did fabulous when we did the guilt-innocence verdict, okay? Same rules apply. I don't know what this verdict is. Can't have any emotions, all right? Let's bring them in.
Eventually, the judge read out his sentence, and the corrupt cop had no emotions or remorse on his face.
You will receive credit for all the time that you have served in custody on this case from the date of your original arrest up until today, which would be the date of sentence. You have the right to appeal the jury's decision. You do so by giving written notice of appeal to the Second Court of Appeals here in Fort Worth within 30 days. If you are indigent and cannot afford a lawyer, I would conduct an indigency hearing to determine if you are indigent. And if you are indigent, I would appoint a lawyer to represent you on appeal and provide you a record of this appeal of this trial at no cost. Mr. Gill, Mr. Brissett, if y'all will remain on his case pending his decision whether he wishes to appeal, and if you'll furnish the information for the trial court certification of appeal before you leave here today, I would appreciate it. Is there an allocution?
Yes.
You may be seated. Thank you very much.
Instead of murder, he was charged with slaughter and given a sentence of 11 years. And he was eligible for parole after serving half the sentence. The judge, once again, may have been lenient, although under the Texas Penal Code, the sentence for manslaughter would be a maximum of 20 years, the judge decided to side with the cop and handed him a lighter sentence.
Next up, these cops were taken to the cleaners by these auditors.
In September 20th, 24, a veteran First Amendment auditor who goes by his YouTube channel, Denver Metro Audits, decided to head over to the Eaglewood Block Party and interview some tyrant cops. Along with another female auditor, he initially approached the mayor, Joe Anderson, who displayed a highly repressive attitude.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys came out to the Inglewood Block Party. You tried any of the food vendors or anything?
No, but I'm starving. I'm gonna try some soon.
Good.
What did you get?
Well, these are French fries.
Oh, that's what those are?
That's what these are, yep.
Well, let me get a picture. I've never seen French fries before. Okay, cool.
Yep.
A little bit smart-assy, but all right. Did you get anything else besides the fries? Is kind of what I was asking, like maybe a burger or a hot dog or I don't know. What did you get? Just fries, that's it?
You want one?
Yeah.
Missed.
Oh, you're gonna flick it on me? I'll take another one. Can I have it?
No.
Hold it?
Yeah, you missed the chance.
That was my one and only chance?
That was your one and only chance.
Okay. There we go. There we go.
Thanks.
Yep.
Well,
Right back at you,
why don't you get that on video?
Oh yeah, she got it.
After getting a French fry flipped at him, they decided to move ahead and encountered a police officer whom the auditor had some history with.
Not talking to me. They're just staring at me. You know, that stare doesn't really intimidate guys like me.
You should engage when you have the opportunity to look good.
Yeah. Try to make yourself look good on the camera for once. You know what I mean? Like, your behavior right now is just literally what perpetuates these videos. But you guys just don't get that, man. I came up to you totally nice. I have no idea what you and Regan have going on, but I've never met you before. I gave everyone the benefit of the doubt when I first meet them.
So I asked Officer Douglas if this was an unauthorized area. Is it? It's not. Okay, good. Thank you for answering. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Douglas doesn't really know how to interface with the public. I never met him before, and I was just trying to be nice to him. Oh, I talk to you and you just walk away. Now I see where Douglas gets it, man. I was literally trying to talk to you, you just walk away from me, man.
As the sergeant went past the security guard, he signaled him something. Without wasting a second, the guard approached the auditors, trying to intimidate them.
What's up?
I'm gonna need you to leave.
I'm gonna need you to disengage with me and turn around and go back to where you came from, but
Okay,
I know who you
I'm
think you are.
asking you politely that you
Well, I'm
need to-
asking you politely. You're not going to give me directives. I don't know who you think you are.
Okay,
But you have no authority over me.
You
You have no authority over me.
I'm asking you, you need to leave.
I'm asking you to please leave too.
I'm
asking
doing
you
my
to,
job. I
I'm
can't.
asking you to. I'm doing my job.
You ain't doing nothing. You're harassing people. I'm asking
You're
you to
harassing
leave.
me right
Where
now.
did you hear the word ain't?
Where did you learn how to parent? I'm asking you
Are
guys
you
to
my
leave.
son?
No, but this clearly is.
This guy is my son? No, sweetheart, he's way too old to be my son.
Yeah, well, I need you guys to
think
leave,
you want to be
okay?
my son right now.
I don't want to be your son. I need
Then
you
why
to
don't
leave.
you go right back to your
I will
post?
once you guys kindly
Well,
leave.
we're not. Your boss is going to notice that you're not there.
I'm not doing my job. That's the thing.
No, you're not doing your job, and your
Right,
boss
I made
is
this
going to
call
tell you
out
that
so
you're
he
not
can
doing
come
your
here and make
job.
you leave himself.
Listen, youngster, go back over there, do what you were doing. You were doing a great job. It was going good.
I need you to leave.
Make it a nice evening for yourself.
I'm trying. I really am. That's why I'm
Who are you to kick us out of here, man? This is a public event. We're part of the public, okay?
Mark,
No authority over me.
Mark, come on.
I'm asking you politely. if
You're
it's-
going to let this escalate, huh? Are you not a peace officer? Are you not a peace officer? To keep the peace? You remember that day you told me you were there to use force on me, but you were there to keep the peace.
The security guard was making a fool of himself, clueless that he was up against a duo who knew the law better than his own supervisors. Sadly, the officer watched and let the guard give unlawful orders to them. This shows how bad a cop Mr. Douglas is.
I'm asking you politely to
I'm asking
take your
you
shoes
to
off, bro.
politely
How about
walk.
that?
Okay, let's stop harassing these people.
I'm not harassing anyone, man. I'm talking to the government. I'm talking to the police officers. I have a right to do that. You understand that, right? You know the case law? Irizarry versus Yahya? I can record the police. I can talk to them. I can tell them they're dumb. You understand that, right? It's free speech, right? Just like you have free speech to come up and think that you have the authority to ask me to leave politely. I can ask you to take your shoes off politely. I can ask you to give me $5 politely. Doesn't mean you have to do it, man. You don't have authority over me, man. You're just a security guard. You're just some guy.
Can I get backup?
He's calling for backup, Mark. He's calling for backup.
The lieutenant realized he was in the wrong, and soon the misinformed security guard got a lesson in the law.
Okay, well, our agenda is to film the public event.
Why do you have to want that appearance of harassing?
Harassing who? Are we harassing these cops? Were you harassing us when you told us to leave the event? Yeah, you were. Dude, shut up. He told us we had to leave.
You're still here.
I know, right? And look at all these cops. You should have seen Douglas. He
Our
let the
command post is ready.
I
so
know.
if we need water, if we need to go to the restroom, we all go to the
Right on.
So
right
that's why we're
on.
here.
You've got another command post over there, the Breakfast Queen, King, whatever it is. The rest of you are just hanging out over there, too.
Gotcha.
Well, these dumb dipshits are out here trying to be law enforcers.
Well, I'm going to go continue doing my job, all right? You
All
have
right.
a good day.
Have a good night.
You should educate the security guard guy here that doesn't have the authority to kick people out of the event, man.
Man, movie.
All right, youngster. Try to tell you, man.
Can't resist.
The poor guard had nowhere to hide his face as the auditors marched on. Later that evening, they encountered Officer Stanley, infamous for arresting a homeless man just for recording the police. Sensing the moment, the auditors began grilling the tyrant with some tough questions.
What's up, Stanley?
How you doing?
Not bad. So what happened, man? How come you arrested that guy for recording you guys when Robbie was tasing that guy sitting on a bench?
It's all in my report.
Huh?
It's all in my report.
Well, why don't you just tell me? 'Cause I'm here right now, member of the public. You know interference, you have to use physical force, threaten to use physical force or an obstacle, right?
All right.
His mere presence can't be obstruction.
Okay.
It's even in your city ordinance. You're
Okay.
to charge with the city ordinance. It's the same thing. You have to use physical force. So I don't understand why you would do that, man.
Okay.
You know, if you swore an oath to the Constitution,
That's right.
you shouldn't just arrest somebody just because you don't want them there.
You can read
It's
you can read my report.
It's not interference.
You can read my
I
report.
saw the whole thing on video.
You can read my
I
report.
saw it.
Okay.
No, you're only there for the part where you arrested the guy who was documenting it. Peacefully, just because he was talking. Verbal opposition is not obstruction, man. You know that, right? Like, he can verbally oppose and say you guys are wrong like he was doing. You can't just arrest someone for that and lock him in a cage.
Stanley showed no remorse for his past actions, and the auditor kept schooling him in front of the crowd. Soon after, Reagan jumped in, determined to hold the officer accountable.
And you lock someone in a cage for recording you? You're a disgrace, man.
Missed it. They were on the main stage.
Honor your oath.
Hope you guys had fun. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
You too.
It's not just a formality to get the job, Stanley. That's why, you know, I have a civil rights attorney. His name. He's already talking about how this is a crazy lawsuit that he's going to have with against you, man. No qualified immunity.
Had I been standing there, would you have thrown me into the wall? You wouldn't have, huh? You're using those homeless as target practice. You better change the way you're thinking.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You threw him into the wall. He had to have medical called, right? He was bleeding.
And you know what? You're gonna get away with it. You know why? Because Mike thinks he deserved it. You're a asshole.
Do better, man.
Have a nice night, guys. Yep. Have a good night.
You wanna laugh? You think it's funny? Huh? It's Reagan, you dumb. Can you say it? Say it. Say it right.
All right, Reagan. Have a good night.
Look at this. Right
look
here.
at this.
Here.
Yeah.
Here's the
Couldn't help it, man. We were about to leave.
The officer grew increasingly agitated as he was being humiliated publicly. In a terrible move, he chose to body shame Reagan, a decision that backfired spectacularly.
You fat.
Look at you.
I'm a fat. Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it, peace officer.
Have a nice night, guys.
She's not a law enforcement officer. I guarantee you couldn't outrun me.
Look at this fat. This belt.
How dare we call Officer Stanley out for violating people's rights, locking him in cages, for recording him. How dare. You don't know what happened. This guy arrested a homeless man and locked him in a cage for recording him, for recording his buddy.
After he threw him into the wall.
A homeless man who was sitting down on a park bench. It's not like we're just ripping into him. These guys are cool. We like them. This guy violated a man's civil rights. It's unacceptable. And then he's being condescending, calling my friend by the wrong name on purpose.
Look at you.
The auditors kept insulting him until the pig eventually left the scene. Both the auditors talked to a few more people before they called it a day and went home. Moving on, here's another auditor teaching law enforcement officers some basic de-escalation tactics.
Is this too close? Are you scared? I'm not wearing an AR, so I don't know why you're like scared.
In August 2024, First Amendment auditor Chuck Bronson was filming in the streets with his friend Pablo when he noticed a couple of police officers had pulled over an individual. As they closed into film, one officer began to show reservations about their presence.
What? What? Huh? I am staying back. I'm like 30 feet away. Is this too close? Are you scared? Chill out, man. Are you good? Are you good or are you still scared? Is this good?
How many times have you asked the same question, man? We're good. Everything is fine.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for answering my question, servant. Now shut up and do your job. I don't need all the extra lip.
Is that your buddy?
Yep, that's right. They're not my friend.
They're done harassing this guy. I bet you they give each other hand jobs in the back over there.
Bronson was recording from a safe distance and had every right to be there. Soon the officers also minded their job as the auditor kept grilling them.
What? No. Independent contractor? What? Independent contractor? No. Hey, Julio Lopez, would you consent to letting them search your car? Yo, Paco! You ever read that case law where it says the more you talk to the cops, the longer they can hold you? Hey, Paco, did you get that email today saying Krispy Kreme's hiring? You did? Yeah, the only problem is they got cameras too.
Eventually, the cops let the suspect go without any further arrest. Even the officer appreciated Bronson's comedy and approached him to get a law lesson.
You're a funny guy, man. I try. I'm not wearing an AR, so I don't know why you're like scared.
I'm scared.
Okay, cool, man.
Questions?
We just came to record. Normally we're quiet if we don't get bothered, but we start getting static and...
We don't want people pulling up on us.
Obviously, we're not going to come jump on your hood.
I know that, but like you said, when people start coming up behind us, we don't know who y'all are. You know, we got to kind of look at it.
You know, I mean, if you can't articulate facts, then why are you treating people like criminals?
We don't know who you are, man.
Just because somebody comes up behind you, you don't know who they are. That's not a crime, man.
Traffic stop, are we not?
What's that have to do with anything?
We're suspicious at this time of night. People walking up to our.
Is that a felony? Or can I be going to prison for that, or how's that work? For suspicious. Come on, man. Articulate some facts if you're gonna detain people and try to control them. If you start telling people where to stand and what to do, that's a detainment.
Did we come and move you from where you were?
He was trying, but
I didn't, did I?
No, you did all right. I'm not blowing you that much. I'm not blowing you that much crap. It's all good, man. I was just trying to let you know we're not here to attack you. We're not here to hurt you, man. I promise. You ever see us, we ain't gonna hurt you.
I know that, man. But like I said,
if I see somebody attacking you, I'm gonna help. I promise.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm not gonna let somebody hurt you.
I'm not telling you you can't record.
What's your name? He wants to know.
Hey, him and our cool, man.
Pablo.
Is it really?
You call me Pablo.
No, it's not Pablo.
Pablo Jones. And I'm James Freeman.
I don't think you're James Freeman. I think I know James Freeman.
I know James too. It's me.
Y'all have a channel or y'all just doing it for now?
Yeah, you're not James Freeman.
I'd love to see the channel. No?
Sorry,
We're just gonna have to comb through all the millions of others.
Yeah, you'll find. What's your name? We'll just tag you in it. We'll put your names on the front page.
Oh wow, okay, I appreciate it.
Can I care if I get close? I'm not gonna hurt you, man.
Go for it.
What the hell does that say?
The officers soon realized that the auditors weren't there to cause trouble, but simply for their own safety. It's refreshing to see cops appreciate the humor and get along with the public.
Faze? Is that like Faze Rug? What does that say?
You?
No, I just can't see it because the lighting
my
sucks.
name now? Faez.
Faez. Faze.
I'm Officer Hamilton.
Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
You can read that?
Yeah, but you
Cool.
read that name?
I know, he just told me.
All right, well, y'all have any
I didn't
other
have to read it.
No? No other questions?
No, man, we were just making sure for officer safety you guys are good. That's it, man.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I always appreciate that. So, all right, guys.
You guys be careful. Yeah, never know.
Eventually, the auditors left the cops alone, ending the altercation positively. Next, we have these tyrants whose lies were caught on camera, leaving them embarrassed.
Yeah, he's dirty. That's what he is. He's a liar and dirty.
On January 16th, 2021, an activist and a cop watcher, Joe Cool was pulled over by the cops. When an officer demanded his ID, the well-informed individual turned the tables on him.
Deputy Davis, Lincoln Sheriff's Office.
What's up?
Can I have your driver's license, please?
For what?
So I can make sure that you have a driver's license.
That's what you pulled me over to do a driver's license verification?
No, I'm conducting a traffic stop because I observed you commit a traffic infraction.
What was that?
Can you roll down the window so I can hear you? I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear him? Because I can hear him.
I can't hear you too well. I need to hear you just as much as you can hear me.
So what traffic infraction did I commit?
You crossed a solid line and I ran your license plate. It appears to be expired, so I'm investigating that.
The ever. Come get it.
I don't understand the hostility. I'm just trying to get your
Because
driver's license.
liar.
And I also need your proof of registration and insurance.
Because you're a liar, that's why. It's over here, come get it.
Okay, sir, I'm not going to play these games with you.
Come get it, I'm holding out the window, I'm producing it, that's the law.
Okay, sir.
Producing, don't get your hand out of my f***ing car.
Okay, meet me in the back of the car.
I'm producing it right there.
And step out with your registration and proof of insurance as well, because I need to see those two things as well, please. Thank you.
What?
Sir, I need you to step out of the car.
I'm getting the f***ing insurance and the paperwork you just asked for. I'm getting it.
The officers had no clue that the activist had 8 cameras in his car that captured the entire fiasco. As he got out of his vehicle, he began to own the dirty cops.
Can you find out what plate code he used for Indiana when he ran it?
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Can you find out what plate code he used? Because if you run Indiana plates and you don't know the plate code, it don't work.
Your plate's coming up, but whatever paperwork you gave him is showing that it's not expired, but your tag is showing expired. From what
Paperwork in the tag. I can show you the tag. It's not expired. Paperwork's not expired, nor is the tag. It says 5/7/22. Then they're on the sticker that says 22. It's even got the license plate number. It ain't showing expired. He just ain't running it right. You got to know the Indiana plate code to be able to run an Indiana plate properly. Check out my shirt I'm wearing too. Good day to wear this shirt. Oh yeah. They're fucking dirty here, man. Lee County is some of the dirtiest cops I've met. All over this country.
The corrupt cops were exposed in mere seconds, but were not ready to accept their mistake.
Now he's gonna get the VIN. The last cop thought the VIN was in the trunk. Wonder if he'll be able to find it in the windshield. Yeah, he's dirty. That's what he is. He's a liar and dirty. I'd love to know what line I crossed because I got 360 video cam, I got front, rear, I got 8 cameras in there, and you're a liar.
The lying officers were exposed and had to leave the scene with their tails between their legs. These cops were dirty, but the actions of this next cop were downright barbaric and criminal.
Okay.
On July 23, 2021, several Aurora police officers responded to a trespassing complaint involving 3 individuals. As the cops arrived and detained the 3, 2 of them managed to get away. That's when the officers turned their attention to the 3rd suspect and completely lost control.
Whoa, get out. Whoa, what did I do? Stay down. Whoa, what the hell did I do, dude?
Roll over on your face. Roll over on your stomach.
What did I do?
Over on your stomach.
What did I do, man?
Over on your stomach now.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Roll over on your stomach.
Okay, bro, don't shoot me, man.
Get on your stomach.
What did I do?
Roll onto your stomach.
Am I gonna go?
Yes. Onto your stomach.
I didn't do anything. What the hell?
Put your hands out in front of you.
Okay.
Put your hands out in front of you.
Dude.
Hands all the way out.
I can't breathe, dude.
Hands all the way out in front of you.
Okay.
Straight out in front of you.
Okay.
Dude, you have a one is
No, I
straight at your
don't. I
head.
don't have a gun. Why am I going in cuffs?
Stop.
Why am I going in cuffs?
You have a warrant.
No, I don't. I don't have a
Stop
gun.
fighting.
Bro, I don't have no warrant. You guys have the wrong guy.
29-year-old Kyle Vinson was the poor guy left behind who was being beaten and ridiculed by Officer John Halbert, who soon did the unthinkable.
I don't have a warrant, bro.
Stop fighting.
Warrant. I don't.
Stop fighting.
Help! 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 I don't have a warrant, bro. Bro, I don't have no fucking warrant, bro.
Get on your face.
Bro, I don't.
Get on your face.
I don't have a warrant, dude.
Get on your face.
Okay.
Get on your face now.
Okay, bro.
Get on your face.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Get on your on your face. Get on your face. Roll over on your face.
Turn over. Get on your face! I don't have a warrant, bro! On your face! I don't have a warrant! Get over on your face! Okay, dude. I'm just in on your face! On your face! I don't have a warrant, bro! Get on your face! I don't have a warrant! Get on your face! No! I can't go to jail for something I didn't do! Turn over! No! You move, I will shoot you! You move, I will shoot you!
The officers never considered any de-escalation tactics and kept worsening the situation for the poor victim, who had multiple injuries by this time and was howling in pain.
I didn't even run! Don't move! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! I didn't even run! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop fighting! Stop moving! Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Stop fighting now! I didn't use it. Don't hurt me, bro! Don't shoot me! Please. Grab my gun again, I will shoot you! Don't shoot me, bro! Ow, help! Help! Don't shoot me, dude! Just let me go! You have to stop! No, I don't! Don't hurt me! Help!
There's no justification for the torture inflicted on the suspect by the dirty cop. Pigs like these should never be a part of the force, and his actions displayed his mental frustration.
Hands are out. Okay. Don't move. Okay. Don't move. Put your hands out. Hands out. You're going to get it again. You got it. Hands out. I got his right one. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. All right. All right. Well, help. No officers are hurt. No. She's got blood on her. I can't. Stay on your side. Just I need water. I need water. I need water. I didn't do anything, dude. I was just fighting for my life, man. Hey, Randy, you guys beat me up. I got you. Yeah. Are you okay? I'm good. Just stay there. Get her out. Just stay there, all right?
The suspect was taken to the Aurora Municipal Jail, where he received some first aid and was booked. However, things were about to get bad for Officer Hobart, who was immediately fired from the department.
For every officer in the Aurora Police Department, those that have seen it, the officers are seeing this right now as well. Some have seen it due to preparing for this press conference, and I can tell you we're disgusted, we're angry. This is not police work. This is not police work. We don't train this. It's not acceptable. And that is why we started a Tier 3 use of force on Friday evening when it became apparent to my Deputy Chief of Police that was on scene what we were dealing with. My Major Crimes Unit immediately went into action to investigate this with integrity, and I want to applaud them, especially the detective in charge, for staying through the weekend to make sure that we could get some sort of closure on this case. Trying to reform, and we are trying to make a difference. This is not the Aurora Police Department. This was criminal. The district attorneys, I want to thank them. The Arapahoe County district attorneys were with us throughout the weekend. I saw the video first thing Monday morning. I immediately ordered an expedited internal affairs investigation. This will be the second time in my tenure that I have asked for this. I need everyone to understand I cannot impose discipline by charter until the due process of the officer's rights on an administrative internal affairs investigation is completed. My internal affairs officers started yesterday, and they are working around the clock to get that completed, and I will let all of you know when we achieve that.
Hobert was also charged with attempted first-degree assault, second-degree assault, felony menacing, and first-degree official misconduct. He was booked into jail and posted a $50,000 bond. The case will go to trial soon, and the dirty officer will surely get a lengthy prison sentence.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. These cases show that no matter how much power or influence corrupt cops think they have, the truth eventually surfaces. The officers in these stories learned the hard way that their crimes wouldn't stay hidden forever. Now, if you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed the video, check out the next video right here.